deep enough. Hey guys, it's T and welcome back to my channel. That was good. Welcome to all of my new subbies. Yay. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2016. And as you can see, we're in a festive spirit. Is the about a year ago tag. About a year ago. Shmoney, do this money, do this money, do this money, YouTube, do this money, do this money, do this money, do this money, YouTube, do this money, do this money. So in this tag, we're going to recap 2015 and then talk about 2016. Well, I have a couple. Number one, strange but true, was getting laid off in June. I know that might sound strange, but sometimes you have to take a couple steps back in order to take a lot of leaps forward. And getting laid off for me was the catalyst I needed to achieving some of my big goals. Following getting laid off, after about a month, I also got a new job at home in the DC metropolitan area, which I've been trying to do since I graduated from college. So that was a huge accomplishment. And because I was able to get a job here in the DC metropolitan area, I was also able to move back home with my parents. So that was yet another huge goal because I want to be able to save, to buy a house, and to pay off all of my student loans early because we don't do stuff, man. Okay. The next huge accomplishment that I had in 2015 was finally starting grad school. Now, if you know me, you know that I've been talking about going back to school to get my master's in engineering since I graduated in 2011. So we're coming up on 5 years since I graduated from undergrad, and I found quite a few things that prevented me from going back earlier, which mainly has to do with finances because I did not want to take out any more loans or pay out of pocket for this degree. So patience is a virtue, and sometimes you just have to stick to your guns and the way you want to do things in order to get it right. And sometimes that takes time, but it's worth the wait. Is teaching myself to apply makeup. Now this may have been in my first video since restarting my channel. I believe it was with my elf haul where I talked about one of my goals for 2015 was to teach myself how to wear makeup, to wear it, because I was never a person to really wear makeup like that. And even now I only wear it to shoot videos and to like when I'm going out. You won't catch me in makeup. I'm not waking up early to put on any makeup. You know the deal. I definitely am not an expert by any means, but I've come a long way from not knowing, like, you know, what my colors are in certain like foundation and stuff, how to just apply some of the stuff, even just what it is. So I've learned a lot in 12 months, and I think I've come a pretty long way. And the last major accomplishment that I had for 2015 that I didn't even really explicitly set was teaching myself how to coupon. I started couponing towards the end of 2015, and I picked it up really quick. I kind of taught myself within about a week or two and was kind of off to the races. So it's something I kind of wanted to do for a while. I just never really took the time to sit down and give it a solid effort. And I finally did that in 2015, and now I'm good at it. So the first one is probably my trip to Carabana obviously in 2015. My trip to Carabana this year where I played Mass. And if you aren't familiar, Carabana is the Caribbean festival in Toronto, Canada. It's usually held the last weekend into the first week or a couple days of August. So that was impromptu. It was while I was still unemployed. A group of friends and I drove up from Maryland to Toronto and stayed with some family of mine, and we partied from the time that we got to Toronto. We drove overnight. We partied from the time that we got to Toronto until the time we left. Yeah, and we played mass, and I will insert a picture here if I can. And yeah, so we did that. Then I also went to Ovo Fest. Had never been before. Saw Drake, Kanye, Future, Pharrell. It was just fun from beginning to end, and definitely a no sleep weekend in the way that any Caribbean carnival should. Boop boop, one fire. The second best memory of 2015 would definitely have to be going to St. Lucia for my cousin's wedding. Cousin who ironically also is from Toronto. Yeah, so that was great. It was a new country that I hadn't been to before, and also being around all my family in one location for a bunch of days together for such a joyous occasion was tons and tons and tons of fun. And so I'll insert a few pictures here. Definitely, most notably, probably my favorite experience in St. Lucia, other than the wedding, was the mud bath. Amazing. Now, I've already touched on this in the biggest accomplishments of 2015, but definitely one of the biggest obstacles for me of 2015 was getting laid off. Obviously, when I got laid off, I didn't know that I was going to get another job a month later. So I won't pretend like there isn't, fear and trepidation about being jobless all of a sudden. But fortunately for me, I had a pretty good relationship with my manager, and he let me know 30 days ahead of time before I got laid off. So I did have some time to start preparing, but it was definitely an obstacle. So that was most certainly one of my biggest obstacles of 2015. Getting through the first course in my master's program. I'm not sure if I mentioned this when I talked about being accepted or starting the program, but the first two courses in my degree are the hardest courses of the program. And I had a really hard time with the first course. Thankfully, I passed. It's behind me, and I can take everything that I've learned from that course and move on and not have to worry about it. I just have one more difficult class, or a super difficult class, to get through. So fortunately for me, this is the year that I taught myself, I started to dabble and teach myself how to use makeup, so I can actually answer this question other than saying like chapstick. But number one, I would definitely say bronzer and highlight. I love to have like a natural looking glow, and I feel like a great color bronzer or highlight is perfect for that. Just gives you like that healthy looking skin, sun-kissed kind of glow, and I love that. Number two, when you say beauty, I'm thinking not just makeup, so I'm gonna say heat-free hair. As you guys probably already know, I purchased my first product from the Heat-Free Hair Company last Christmas, so Christmas 2014, and I started wearing the hair in 2015, beginning of 2015, and I essentially wore it just about all of 2015. It was like just like my hair, my natural hair texture. It just made my life so easy. Absolutely loved it. Everybody thought it was my real hair. Even people in my own house that I saw all the time thought it was mine. And matter of fact, this is heat-free hair right now. Clip-ins. 3 is gonna have to be ColourPop. Everything. Just everything from ColourPop. Okay? Everything. Yeah, this has been the year of the ColourPop. I guess I'll just leave it at that. Y'all know about ColourPop. I don't need to tell you about it. Number 4 is definitely gonna have to be LUSH Fresh Face Mask. I had to say that slow. They're like my favorite things to use throughout the week and in the morning, and I love the fact that the ingredients are fresh and there isn't like a ton of crap in them. They leave my skin feeling so nice and rejuvenated and healthy and clean, and it's definitely a staple in any of my, or it's definitely a staple in my beauty routine. I like to try out all of them, so I don't really have a favorite. Actually, I lied. The cranberry mask that I believe was seasonal around Thanksgiving, I enjoyed that mask a lot. Hopefully they will bring that back year round, because that mask was everything. Number 5, I'm definitely gonna have to say, are the toners from Lush. My 2 favorites are the tea tree water, and the breath of fresh air toner water. Definitely 2 things that not 2 things, but the toners themselves, I cannot live without. They're definitely a staple in the summertime. I love to use them after washing my face, and sometimes just when I'm tired, to get a nice spritz of cool, fresh water on your face. Definitely perks you up in the morning when you're tired, or anytime when you're tired. So that's my 5 list of favorite beauty products. I know I was gonna say booty. That's my top 5 list of favorite beauty products of 2015. I did it. With me getting back into YouTube, it's been a constant learning lesson for me to speak slower so that I can accommodate for the mistakes that I make, especially for editing. So I will insert a few bloopers here. Hey guys, it's okay, welcome back to my channel, and happy that's so slow. Okay, I wanted to do this quick video when people are laid off without employment. Well, that's kind of stupid. I have 5. I'm just gonna say my list is my list. Whether they're big or small YouTubers, to me is not really a factor. And like, who am I to judge who's small? You know, I have a fairly small channel right now, so who am I to call anybody else's channel small? So here's my list. My absolute favorite YouTuber is Natural Niecy. I've been following her for a few years now, actually, but she's just like so relatable to me. I don't know if I think it's more than us both being West Indian, but she just seems like such a sweet person, and also someone who has a lot of fun. Small fun fact, when I was in Toronto for Carabana this year, I met her bestie Munchie, who's also super sweet. So yeah, I feel like we're friends in my head. Hopefully one day I will get a chance to meet her, but I love her. My next favorite YouTuber is definitely Julesy. I love Julesy and her snarky like personality and commentary on all things, or social commentary on TV shows, on real life, on world issues. She's definitely very intelligent, and I find her commentary a lot of times to be very thought-provoking. One of the things that I find very refreshing is that her channel and platform is about so much more than beauty, which is also something that I want my channel to be. So I love that about her. It's you know, as fun as makeup and fashion and hair and all those other things are, there's a lot of real things happening around us. And I find that sometimes, particularly with people in my age group, we often like to stay away from serious topics and real things. And I just appreciate that she's not afraid to tackle those issues and speak on them candidly. Okay, my next favorite YouTuber is Jackie Aina. She is like the brown girl makeup god, okay? The god. And I just love her. She's hilarious. Her personality is just everything, and she's so super knowledgeable about makeup and stuff like that, particularly as it relates to women of color and us women of a darker hue, which can be such a struggle. I don't need to expound upon that because I feel like y'all know, y'all get favorite YouTuber, and I'm hoping that I do not butcher her name. In the name of all of my Spanish teachers and just overall Spanish training and education, which spans from before middle school straight through college, I need to do better. All of that to say, it is Shell. I hope I didn't butcher that. 507. I love her. I don't know how I stumbled upon her channel. Again, for me, it's the personality thing. Like, I love her personality. I watch her videos and I crack up laughing. I just love her. I watch her on Snap too. My last favorite YouTuber is Yvonne. Again, I guess it's like a personality thing. She just seems very relatable and down to earth. I love that she's a fellow STEM girl. She's a pharmacist, and I love that about her. No shade to anybody whose career is YouTube, but I especially love the fact that she has a whole nother career aside from YouTube, and she's kind of doing both, you know? I love that. My number one regret is definitely taking a break from my fitness regimen. If you've been following me on Instagram, since like last year around like October, I got really serious about working out and changing my diet so I could get back to how I was around the time I left college. And so between like October of 2014 and March of 2015, like, your girl was on it. Like, I was about 20 pounds away from my goal weight, and you know, clothes were falling off of me. And then I decided to take a break, and like, I don't know what happened after that. I don't know. So yeah, I've completely fallen off, and it's been such a struggle for me to get back on. Like, I tell you, that post-athlete life is no joke. Like, you really gotta stay the course after you leave school, because the struggle is real. It's real. One I definitely would have to say is a bruh. Okay, bruh. It's wet. Not what, but wet. Like, what you said was so incredibly stupid. Like, what? Through blank. Come through highlight. Come through lip. Oh dang, that's another one. Or no. You gonna do that or no? You gonna subscribe or no? You gonna hit that like button or no? I'm just kidding, guys. JK. 15. I don't know. I would definitely have to say worry less and live more. That is something you know, but it's much harder to live by sometimes. The practicality of being an adult, the responsibility that comes with being an adult oftentimes kind of pushes us to a point where we worry a lot, and all of that worry prevents us from really living life to the fullest and enjoying ourselves. And I think that's something that being laid off kind of taught me, because I took it really, really well. Are you okay? Like, we heard what happened. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing great. Like, you know, in my head, I'm like, I'm moving home. I'm not going to have to commute an hour and a half anymore. Like, you know, and even if I was not okay, there's nothing that not being okay was going to do for me in that moment. It wasn't going to give me a new job. It wasn't going to prevent me from losing my job. So the only option I had was to be okay with it, and make a plan to go forward and overcome the obstacle. That consistency is key. If anything, my whole backpedal with my fitness journey is proof of that. When I was consistent, I was getting great results, and the minute that I stopped being consistent, those results went away. So that literally is the difference. Is getting back disciplined with my fitness and reaching those fitness goals that I had outlined for myself originally. Complete most of my master's program. So my master's program is 10 courses. I finished one. I'm about to start 2 more at the end of this month, which is January. And then, yeah, by the end of this calendar year, then I should have 8 classes done. So by spring semester of 2017, I'll have 2 classes left, and I will be graduating in May of 2017. My next goal for 2016 is to hit 5,000 subbies on my YouTube channel. Thank you guys who have already, thank you to all of you who have already subscribed. You're sitting on the couch, you're watching me on YouTube, and time is just passing us by. You keep procrastinating. Maybe I'll press subscribe next week, tomorrow, next year. No, right now. Press the subscribe button right now. All you gotta do is put the cursor over that red button and press it. Stop procrastinating. It's easy. Do it. Do it now. Y'all know y'all love that Everest commercial. My next goal is for 2016 is to pay off yet another student loan to Sally Mae. Paid off 3 of the 7 from Sally Mae already, so I want to go ahead and pay off my last unsubsidized loan. Get her off my back. My natural hair to mid-back length straight. And then my last goal for 2016 is to host an event. The first thing that I'm looking forward to is to travel to new locations, to more new locations. And I am starting out 2016 with a bang, actually, because I will be going to Guadeloupe this month at the end of January. Woo woo, French Caribbean. Thing that I am looking forward to in 2016 is playing mass. More mass and more mass, because I'm trying to fetch all day and all night. You see me? I'm looking forward to in 2016 is definitely meeting new people and building new relationships. And the last thing that I'm looking forward to in 2016 is smashing all these new goals. Straight like that. If you watch this video, I am tagging you to participate in this about a year ago challenge. So take some time to reflect upon everything that you accomplished in 2015, and even some of the things that you struggled with, so that you can make the proper adjustments to smash those goals for 2016. Yeah, I think this is a great practice to do, so that it's easier for you to reflect and take stock of what you were able to achieve throughout the year. So if you enjoyed watching this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and push that thumbs up right now. I ain't calling for a hitchhiker. If you haven't already, definitely hit the subscribe button. I don't know what you're waiting for. As usual, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.